How's it going, guys? Welcome to Love Hate Mountain. I don't know what that was, but I do promise that I'll never do that ever again. So just a disclaimer, I did get the game for free from Microsoft, so I'm gonna be really biased and only say amazing things about this game. Haha, just kidding. You just got duped so hard. My point is, I didn't spend money on the game, so I can't give you a review from that perspective, you know? Anyway, without further ado, here's what I love and hate about ReCore. I love the controls in this game. Oh my god, the controls feel amazing. They're like a big, nice pair of oranges. Oranges feel really nice in my hands. The jumping, the little dash thing you've got, it all feels really good. The platforming feels amazing. If there's one thing this game nails compared to a lot of games nowadays, is how it controls and how it feels. Oh god, my pop filter just fell off and hit me in the face. That's my life right there. I'm gonna keep that in, why not? But I hate this pop filter. And load times. Oh my god, the load times in this game are absolutely ridiculous. And I can use the word ridiculous because they are ridiculous. Seriously, you don't want to die on this game because when you die, you've got to sit there for half an hour. That was just one time it was loading. I had a phone call from a friend. It's a long conversation. Anyway, I said bye. The game was still loading! That's how you know that the loading's really bad when I do my little high-pitched voice like that. I guess in a good way it's good because you don't want to die because of how bad the load times are, but they shouldn't be this bad, seriously. I like Sonic 06 level, and it's just not right for next gen. Next gen, this gen. But I love the whole leveling up system and crafting. When you shoot things, you level up. Woo! You get a little high in your brain, just seeing that number. You leveled up. You get a little buzz. Proven scientific fact right there. Who needs Bill Nye the Science Guy when you've got Dex, Lex, the faggot? It's funny because it's somewhat true. But I hate the fact that the story didn't just grab me by the neck and just throttle me and choke me because I need it. That was supposed to be an analogy about how the story didn't grip me, but I definitely came across a bit of a creeper right there. Loving it. I don't know, the story just didn't grab me very much, and neither did the characters. I wasn't really too engaged because I got rid of my fiance. I'm just cracking them out today. What is going on? The game was also really short. I got stuck on a boss, so I searched up on Google how to beat this boss. I'll admit, I wanted some help. I need some help. Don't judge me for it. And on the walkthrough, it said this boss and then the last bit of the game. And I was like, are you kidding me? I'm at the end of the game? It didn't feel like it. I thought I was about halfway through. The story and the length were a bit disappointing, I guess. That's what she said, or he, depending on the situation. But I love the little robot companions. They're actually really cool. I was surprised. I thought they would be kind of lame, to be honest. I was like, oh, whatever. I'm over robots. I'm not really a big fan of robots. Very odd thing to say, not a big fan of, but whatever. The little dog was really cool. The weird little octopus, whatever it was really cool as well. My point is, they all had a role to fill, and they were all really cool. I loved the little octopus when he was climbing around on those little grippy things. That was probably the highlight of the game for me. I was just like, woo, this part's awesome. I actually fell down on purpose at one point, so I could redo it again. Sounds so lame now I'm saying that back. But I hated how barren the world was. The world map is actually massive, but it's very empty, you know? It's like a fat kid who hasn't eaten breakfast, lunch, or dinner yet. Jokes, he's already eaten pies at that point. You'll occasionally fight a robot and occasionally run into a bit of scenery, but for the most part, it's just desert. Now, I get the whole point of the game is that you are alone and it is supposed to be a barren planet, but that does not excuse it, in my opinion. Even games like Journey still made the desert pretty interesting, so I don't want to hear it, okay? I don't want to hear it, but I love the fact that they have damage numbers on this game. I love damage numbers on games. I think damage numbers are so satisfying. I'm not even joking. When I look at games, I look to see if a game has damage numbers. For example, Monster Hunter. I love Monster Hunter, but there's no damage numbers, man. There's just none. If that game had damage numbers, it would be 3 times better. But back to ReCore. I love seeing the numbers just popping up all over the place. But it does make sense, though, as well, with the whole color swapping thing. So you can see exactly how much damage you are doing, which color works best, etc., etc. It's a nice little touch, and I like it. And I haven't got a witty joke to end on or anything, so... I hate all the fetch questing to do on the game, though. There's so many times where you get to a door and it's like, oh, you need 20 flying bots. Ugh, kill me. I hate fetch quests, and I hate backtracking, so... This game does have quite a bit of that, I will say. So it's already in the grey area for me in that sense. But I just felt like the whole game was one big fetch quest all the time. Go get these little robots to open the door. Why don't I just get Duncan, whatever his goddamn name is, to smash the door down? Why don't I shoot the door? I'm just sick of collecting baby robots. Just like real life. And when I say giving, I mean giving birth to them. And yes, through that hole. But I love the platforming and the combat, as well as the controls. They absolutely nail it. It's so fun. There's not a lot of platforming games out there at the moment, so it felt very satisfying finally get to play that. Get my fix. Been itching for it. And the combat, for the most part, is very satisfying as well. The dodging and the jumping around and the color swapping, it all works really well. There are some frustrating design choices with it, like that fire move that goes out and you get stuck and you just die pretty much in one hit. But for the most part, grade A for the platforming and combat. They could have literally just made this game into another Did I almost just say Michael Jackson? They could have made this game into another Crash Bandicoot. Michael Jackson? To be fair, I did watch a documentary on him yesterday, so maybe it's fresh in my mind. But still, they could have made the game into a Michael Jackson. Who even am I? But I hate dying. Oh my god. Dying is absolutely miserable. And the thing that annoys me even more is the fact that when you fall into the lava or whatever it is at the bottom of the screen, the game doesn't load. Fades out, then fades back in. Now, why is that weird? I'll tell you why that's weird. There was a part in this game where I died about 5 times trying to get across this platform, okay? This is how it went. Oh shit, I died. Fade out. Fade in. Okay, I'm back again. Jump, jump, jump. Oh, I died again. Fade in. Fade out. Bollocks, I died again. Fade in. Fade out. I get across. I get killed by a poison robot. I die in about 3 seconds. Dead. The game then has to load. And as I said before, the load times are crazy. So what the hell is the deal with that? There was actually a fight that I was in and I knew I was gonna die. So I jumped into the toxic lava, whatever it is, and I die. It fades out, it fades in. Then I tried the fight again. Now, if I had died, I would have had to wait about 5 minutes to redo that again. It's just such a strange design choice. What is that about? Speaking of design, though, I love the sound design in this game. Sound effects are nice. The music's quite cool as well. I love the rocket boost sound effect. That sounds really weird, but every time I double jumped and the noise it made just gave me a little tingle inside, you know? It was like I was a Teletubby receiving some tubby toast. But I hate, and this is a big hate, and this is going to be a long point right here, the fact that you need the little sparkly core things. AIDS core, I don't know. But you need them to progress in the game. For example, like Donkey Kong 64, Banjo-Kazooie. Now, unlike Donkey Kong and Banjo-Kazooie, those games are old, and they haven't got much story going on. The whole point of that game is to explore, is to collect these bananas, not to have a narrative. This game has a narrative. So if you're actually starting to give a shit about the story, which like I said earlier, I wasn't too bothered. But there was a point where I was like, crap, I'm actually getting into this right now. But then there's a door in front of me, it won't let me in, saying, oh yeah, you need 20 AIDS cores to get through. So fuck, I guess I'll go backtrack and get them. So I come back, I open the door. Sweet. Right in there's a boss. So I kill the boss. Next door. Oh, you need 5 more AIDS cores. So I'm like, are you kidding me? Whatever, I killed the boss, the main antagonist. Straight after that, there's another door and you need even more AIDS cores. So I go back and get them. The door opens and there's a really cool platforming section. I was loving it. This is how my thought process went. Oh man, this game's well fun. I'm liking this platforming a lot. It's like Crash Bandicoot shit. This part's cool. I'm liking this. Oh, we did it. Nice. Alrighty, here's a door. Oh my god, if I need more cores, I'm done. Do I need more cores? And guess what? You need more cores to progress to the next floor. Are you kidding me? No, I don't know how many floors there are. And you know what? Frankly, I don't care. I gave up. I don't do that too often with games, to be honest, but I gave up. If the game's gonna pull a Wind Waker on me, I'm not bothered. I don't want to backtrack and get more AIDS cores. I'm not bothered. So I can't comment on the ending or the last boss because I never even made it that far. And you know what's even worse? I still haven't looked up the ending yet on YouTube. Because as I said, the story didn't grip me. Jesus, that got all serious right there. So that's the things that I love and hate about ReCore. When it does things right, it does things really right. But when things are wrong, it's absolutely horrendous and it's just not acceptable for a game in this day and age. The load times and the fetch questing, the pacing just ruining all the narrative. Even the platforming and the robots and the controls can't make up for it. So all in all, it does a lot of things right, but does a lot of things wrong as well. I just realized I haven't made a joke in a while. Knock knock, who's there? A baby. A baby who? A dead baby. Ha 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 ha. Actually, you know what? Here's a joke that I made myself. What's the difference between a baby and a piñata? I don't set the piñata on fire. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you next time.